Hey, welcome to the Kind of Late Show. This is a very special episode because this episode is not from our usual studio space in my room. This is an episode from the studio space of our front room. Our good, of the friend of the show, Jordan. And we also have some special guests of the show. We have returning guest, Nasha, and the very infamous DJ Baby Uniq.
Whoa.
We're very happy to have her here on the show. She's a longtime friend, and she has more followers than me on Instagram. So I tricked her into coming on the show so I could snag some of them, which hopefully will happen, and then they'll regret it and think I'm an asshole.
Good luck.
So we have I'm excited to have everyone here on the show. We were supposed to have Annika on the show, but she is sick right now. So everyone give her good wishes. She'll hopefully have recovered by the time you actually see this episode. So there's that. Also, to get the negative business out of the way, some will wishes and to the family of Gilbert Godfrey and
R.I.P.
Right, remembering Gilbert Godfrey. Big fan. We were all fans of his work, I'm sure.
Yeah, voice of our childhood.
All of the stuff into his roast.
Oh yeah, the roasts.
Yeah, he did all the Comedy Central roasts.
He was really funny.
More recently, the voice of God.
More recently, the voice of God. The Affleck guy. He was the Affleck guy.
Yeah.
Well, then he got canceled but either way, I mean, like everyone, it was still all over the news. It was still. But yeah, so.
He got canceled.
Yeah, he got canceled. Like he got canceled early. I mean, it's very easy he would have been very easy to cancel by early modern day canceling standards. He had a whole track. I mean, again, the roast, like anything anyone said back then probably, could have got them in a hot spot.
Yeah. I totally forgot if I even heard about that. And that's crazy. Remember the show Cyber Chase?
Yeah.
That show is still running.
It's still running?
It's still running.
Like new episodes and everything?
Yeah, it's on his 13th season, and he was still voicing that bird. I forget his name.
Crazy.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. I found that out by looking.
That's pretty wizard that he actually was like. I think it's always funny that like these long time, like these hard, like kind of offbeat comedians always wind up doing like family shit.
Yeah,
what's Mel Brooks? He was the voice of a sheep on Jakers, The Adventures of Piggly-Winks.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it was
PBS Kids.
And I actually wound up liking that show, and I don't regret it because the pig was voiced by the lead actress that was the voice of Naruto. So it was just funny to hear like Naruto with an Irish accent. Checkers. It was a good show, and the theme song just slapped. The theme song slapped. So R.I.P. Gilbert Gottfried. So I have questions for DJ Baby Uniq. When you have been a rising star here in the Los Angeles area for how long would you say now?
I don't know about that.
You've been at it though. I've been
working at it for a good chunk of my life. I'd say a name being out there would be like 7 years now, maybe. No, that's a lie. That's a big fat lie. Maybe more like 4 or 5.
Yeah, about 7 years ago, I think that's when we were like still doing theater together.
A little further, but
yeah.
Still,
oh God, is it that long ago?
Yeah, because I was like 18 when that was happening.
Yeah, that was like right out of high school. Yeah.
Shouldn't have said that. God damn it. Anyway.
Yeah, you've aged us all.
God damn it. Well.
It happens. It happens.
They're gonna have to go back.
Just don't dox any. Just don't give addresses.
It's not 2022 right now. Anyways,
No one's gonna. This video won't be seen by a bunch of people till next year, anyways.
Got it. Excellent. Perfect. Excellent. It's been like 4 or 5 years that the name Baby Unique has been circulating around Los Angeles and perhaps very few various places in the world.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So, but you have an interesting aspect and point of view being here. You're actually an LA native, which there's a saying, oh, no one's really from LA, but all of us here in that room can attend to. Well, fuck that. There's still people that were born and raised in this area in the fucking county,
and the fucking transplants gotta go.
Yeah,
that's what I have to say about that. It got to go.
Yeah, so
I've had enough with the transplant bullshit. Enough.
So yeah, do you want to delve a little bit any further into kind of the way you kind of see kind of having to compete with a lot of artists that come to LA kind of thinking, and at this point honestly coming to LA thinking you're gonna make it big is a bit of a dated dream, because I think a lot of people know that
you don't have to be in LA anymore.
Yeah, you can be anywhere. You can be in your living room and
whoever who knows
here we are.
Yeah.
Mystery living room.
I mean, we're in a living room in LA, but
yeah, you can be in any living room in any place essentially, and have your 15 minutes nowadays. But I definitely do hear people saying they're coming from wherever to do whatever. I still hear that, and to be quite honest, it's a hard city to live in, even if you're not trying to do entertainment. It's living life on expert mode, and only the strong will survive, as quoted by Stevie Wonder.
And I dig that quote. Oh well.
Yeah, so I mean that's from the song La La Land, but yeah, fucking it's true. This is a crazy place where only the strong will survive, and that goes for the people that are born and raised here, as well as the people that are moving in from wherever to here. It's a place for very strong individuals. Like I would say, a lot of big cities are just hard places to live because everyone's fighting to get to the top of all kinds of different walks of life. It's not just entertainment. Although Los Angeles is the mecca, it's where it all originated. History repeats itself, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. But the cream rises to the top. So
the cream.
So yeah, it doesn't. Whoever's doing whatever, if it's good, it's gonna work out most likely. If it's not, then.
And again, it's a lot of trying hard. It's a lot of work ethic as well. You have to. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be good, and you gotta put in work.
Yeah.
Consistency.
That too. Yeah, it's a lot of different things. Honestly, it's a lot of different things coming together to work out for you, and I can't even speak on that necessarily because I haven't had things work out for me yet. So
that's the bit of luck that you hear about that people have.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even say the people say luck, but I think that's just getting people riled up about it. It's not luck. Luck isn't an aspect in it. I don't think luck is real in any aspect of life, really, but it's not luck.
I respect that. I respect that point of view. No, you're right. You're absolutely right, because even me doing this, I'm actually pretty happy that I've been able to get weekly episodes out, and be able to actually fucking do this. And even this last week, I was kind of oh no, I'm not gonna be able to get an episode out, and I don't think it would have been a big deal because I think I would have been able to cover it by doing even more clips. And either way, I'm still watching stuff and still knowing there's still more that I need to be doing. I still need to get my hustle together. I mean, I know I lost a month of my life to fucking WWE 2K22 this past month, but yeah, and that's just it. Is I kind of systematically know when there's a big game happening, and I'll try and build my time around that. But again, there's still a lot that I'm trying to do, and you have to have the discipline in yourself. And I'd say coming from LA, it's a little harder to find that discipline because LA is so laid back. So it really is kind of an extra effort to really kind of have to find yourself and what you really want to do enough to actually have the drive to even find that discipline in yourself. And again, it's not you can't find discipline. It's it's really
turn off the distractions.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. That's a perfect way to put it. You have to turn off the distractions. Mm-hmm. So I actually recently watched a documentary, or it wasn't really a documentary. It was a little web video. It was 45 minutes, and it was about the history of the song "Call on Me" by Eric Prydz. The "Call on me, with the video with all the people working out. Um, so like the whole thing actually dates back to like I think like kind of like late '80s, early '90s disco era, where like um, Thomas Badlander from Daft Punk and DJ Falcon were doing old sets, and it was actually a mix that they used. So from a song called Valerie, which was like a, an '80s pop song. So then Stardust wound up, taking the mix, took it to other studios and said, all right, well, if these guys don't want to produce the song, because other studios had produced them and said, we want to produce this track, which again, it was just, it was, and we'll pay for all the rights and all this stuff. And they were like, well, no, it's fine. It's something we just kind of just do as, as part of a set. So then Stardust came in. Okay, well, I'll help you produce the track. And he did a version, and then it led to another, and then it eventually led to the Eric Prydz version, which was released by Ministry of Sound in the UK. And then it became like a whole, sensation. It was number one on the charts in the UK, and I think it was number one on the charts here for maybe like 2 weeks. And it was a hit. So, what do you kind of like think of like that kind of? Because again, at a point, it's all because I showed this documentary to Annika, and she's did classes on music and producing and all this stuff, and she's like, well, this guy's genius, and the dude that did the video was like, this guy's an evil dick. And what do you think about like where music kind of clashes with that kind of sinister producer level, but at the same time there's you have to, it intermingles with the work harder than the laid backness kind of. And I hope you know what I mean by like in terms of like how the production and laid backness intermingles with in terms of that whole story of at the end of the day, half of Daft Punk not wanting to release the track, and then it getting released via other people that liked it, and like, well, we still think this deserves to be a track that's produced.
I guess it really depends on what you want out of making music. If you want all the control, we live in a time where it's very easy for anyone to be an independent artist and have full control, full creative control, full control of whatever
it's
they're doing.
released.
Yeah, they can do. Anyone can do whatever they want now, really. But if you want to, be a professional musician and be on the charts and be rubbing shoulders with like people at the Grammys and stuff, then that's a reality that you have to accept. And I really don't think it's that hard to accept when you're getting paid like Lord knows how much money to do all this. Like I think it's like I think it's dumb that anyone complains about it, to be honest. I mean, like I guess it's different if like you're persuaded and tricked into it, that's different. Yeah, but if that's what you wanted in the first place, then you got it.
As
It's a well-greased machine, and it just keeps going, going, going. It's like any business. It's like I don't know.
It's kind of a compliment,
well, and
to
again, even at the end of, like even Annika was at the end of like, well, I mean that producer's a fucking genius. She was like, nah, that dude's smart. And even what he has another track, music sounds better with you, and that was also from another Thomas Badlander DJ Falcon set that they never actually produced or released. So it's kind of just interesting, especially because it's in this this realm of DJ space where it is music that's often sampled. So
I don't think anything belongs to anyone anymore. Like especially when you're sampling it. Like if you want to talk about stories, I guess Kanye sampled Aphex Twin in a song on My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and Aphex Twin actually hit him up and said, hey, I can help you like sample this properly, like the way you want it to sound, because he thought it sounded kind of off, and it is a little off in comparison to like his actual song. He like Kanye just took a part and then like looped it, and it is kind of out of time or whatever, but it works for the song. But anyways, he still like hit him up and was like, hey, I could fix it for you to where it would sound right. And Kanye basically responded with, it's not your song anymore, because it really wasn't. at that point.
No, yeah, and yeah, the music industry is a complicated beast like that. So
And I mean, not to say that these people don't deserve money for being sampled. I think that is something that should be respected and held to a very high standard. But um, so far as like using whatever you want, like people do it all the time. Every pop song right now is a sample of something from the early 2000s and the 90s. So it's gonna keep happening, and ever since it began, it has just continued to evolve, and people have continued to like to the point where I don't even know what the next thing in music is going to be because everything is just samples right now. Everything is samples.
yeah, so me and Jordan were talking about how music's kind of actually come in a bit of a full circle, because he was talking about a show he had gone to, and he said there was kind of like a cyberpunk set list, or he was describing the music, and he was like, it's kind of like a hip hop, like hardcore, kind of vibe. I'm like, so like, he's like, oh, you said it was like kind of like a hip hop, like techno goth.
That's what I was like trying to play, but
yeah. So, and we're like, okay, so you kind of like a cyberpunk vibe, and he was like, oh, well, yeah, I guess. And then we kind of had the discussion that, we started it, or in the 80s, since we're the big thing, that's what had become, the notable sound. Then the 90s kind of derailed with grunge, that became the popular sound. And now here we are back, and it's a lot of, synths and, electronic music again. Mm-hmm. And we are getting, we are getting now that blend of, electronic with, kind of classical, which is something that I was a big fan of. I said 10 years ago I was going to start popping, and now everyone's sampling classical in all their music. And yeah, everything samples right now. There's a lot of nerd references in hip hop these days, which I think we have a nice cleaner version of hip hop, because I know there's like a negative connotation that comes from like with the realm of hip hop. And but I think that we're kind of getting, we're past that. This is now like, it's a regular form of music.
Who knows what's going to be next?
Yeah, exactly. And that's just it, is what is next. And that's just it, is so much of like of American music right now has been derived from, at the end of the day, it's been derived from like blues and jazz. So now here, I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm kind of just rambling right now.
But that is American music. So
exactly. So
I don't know. Whatever it is, it's probably just gonna come out of one of the worst cities in America. Just think back, and all the music they're producing, all the best music comes out of the worst cities.
I mean, the other day, me and Annika and my dad were talking about like, well, what are like all the good LA songs, like just songs about LA. Like, and then you just like even mentioned La La Land. We're talking like Welcome to the Jungle. Oh, because we were leaving the Go-Go's concert. I won't say why. Because yeah, there's stuff we won't talk about either. So I didn't go to this concert, but we were leaving it. So there was a guy, totally like, this town is the best. He was totally drunk. This town is the best song about LA, like just of all time. And we were like, you know what? That's probably right, but there's a lot of good songs about LA. And then we kind of had to sit back and like think about them. It's like, again, Under the Bridge. That's about LA.
I know it's about LA, but it's just like,
it's also about heroin. Yeah, but it's about LA.
Oh God.
Welcome to the Jungle's about LA.
I thought that was about Cleveland.
No, Welcome to the Jungle's about LA.
I thought they called Cleveland the jungle though.
No, it's a city. It's a concrete jungle.
Okay, it's about LA. I believe it's more about LA.
What?
Are you guys quoting Welcome to LA, but you're doing spoken word version of Welcome to the Jungle?
What is the fun and games? Because he says we have fun and games.
We have fun and games. What are the fun and games?
There is a bunch of fun and games.
Well, because you have to remember it was the 80s, so there was like a lot of, cocaine.
Is it fun? Yeah. Is cocaine fun?
There's a lot of games.
I don't know. Comment whether or not you think cocaine's fun. We personally here, we don't know.
We hate cocaine.
Yeah.
and that's surprising. That's surprising
100%
coming from
against
someone from
cocaine.
LA.
Yeah, no, we're not cocaine fans, like,
Yeah.
and we've all had like, you know, like we've all been near. I have a great story about how I said no to cocaine for the first time, and I was really proud of it. And even the guy that offered it was like, "Good, it'll ruin your life." So I felt very proud in that moment, and that is like all I ever needed was just thinking about the gleaming pride I felt because even the guy was like, "No, yeah, it is the wrong decision."
And he offered it to you.
He offered it to me, and he's like, "No."
knowing.
He's like, "Good for you. Good for you. Good. I don't want to make a new customer today."
Don't want to ruin a new life today.
And paying
All
attention.
right, well, I
to,
can't
like,
get on the Wi-Fi, but either way, we're back, and I'm just gonna reiterate. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure that whole him being able to suck his own dick clears him from being canceled.
Yeah, all the craziest rumors about musicians were
What are crazy? What
Wow.
are like what were crazy rumors about like musicians?
Sierra having a penis.
Sierra
That
having.
was a crazy one. Also, Lady Gaga having a penis. Both. Of
Yeah,
them
I totally
Yeah.
remember everyone
penises.
like being like crazy.
I saw it.
Everyone-
There's a picture where you can see
Yeah,
it.
everyone had out. It's like, oh, we just got this. Like, every time she made it a performance, there was like an analysis. There's her bulge right there, and it's like
Look at her little tiny panties.
Right.
Can you see the bulge?
to the point where like even like in a music video, she's like, told you she didn't have a dick. That was crazy. Why was that a? I don't know. It was
why,
people.
Why are any of those rumors? Like,
I don't know. People like just couldn't. They couldn't hang. It was too much.
Like,
I
how
have
did
a
that
favorite one.
Wait. I think that goes back to the big dick energy.
Oh, a little bit, I guess. Yeah. I mean, people aren't saying that I have a dick though.
No,
They're
but I mean,
just
but
intimidated
they're
with
just
big dick
intimidated by your big dick
energy.
energy, and maybe that's what it was with Lady Gaga. Is they were intimidated by her big dick energy,
Sierra and Lady Gaga.
Sierra,
Yeah.
Gaga.
and that's why
And
they were
then
like, well,
Like a boy.
they must have penises because they're just so like they're so at this level.
BDE. Too much BDE.
Yeah.
No one lady.
I'm sorry, I interrupted
No
you.
one woman should have all that power.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I interrupted. You had another favorite.
Oh yeah, I had a favorite gossip story that I heard recently, actually, and it's also about Lady Gaga. But apparently, Lady Gaga scared Kim Kardashian by smoking 6 blunts in the span of 2 hours. I guess that's a scary thing
That
I do.
to herself.
What?
to herself.
To
apparently.
herself?
That is.
I'm guessing.
I mean, if she's an avid smoker.
Whoa.
It's you know.
Well, hold on. It probably
Who
was.
knows if
It
it's real
probably
or
wasn't
not?
to herself because if Kim Kardashian saw this, then there probably was other
But
people.
why was she scared?
I don't because maybe she just has a low tolerance and like she'll just.
6 blunts.
I feel like Kim Kardashian.
That's a lot.
I feel like Kim Kardashian takes one hit and then like freaks out.
Have you ever smoked like a whole blunt to yourself?
Yeah.
Like that's a lot.
That's like
That's
with
a
the
lot.
tobacco
I need
leaf.
2 hours to get over that level.
Okay.
Yeah.
She does a lot.
I'm not
If I
not
smoke-
accepting the premise that it was to herself.
Yeah.
And even if it was to herself, I think I'd still believe that, like, because I've seen people smoke
And
6
two-
blunts in 2 hours. It's like
That's-
Snoop Dogg smoked 6 blunts in like
That's-
15
that's-
minutes.
That's what I'm
That's a-
saying. That's why
Yeah.
it's not even that outlandish. That's why it's so funny.
Yeah, it's like that's just that I believe this story 100%, and I just think it's adorable.
Oh, you little cutie Kim Kardashian.
Just
Oh,
oh
you.
you
I
We're
don't know.
hanging out with your friends that like to work.
This
Oh,
right,
look at you.
hanging out with
I don't believe it.
hanging out with Kanye.
Hanging
She did,
out
like,
with
3 blunts.
With
and
Heat.
he does
Skeet.
Yeet
Right.
Davidson.
Skeet Davison.
Skeet. Skeet Yeet.
Yeah, Skeet.
Skeet
He's
Davidson.
making money
Yeah.
off that, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Well, she has like a new man now though, right?
Yeah,
What?
it's Skeet.
She's
Skeet
already
Dav-
over Skeet.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
What? Oh, so it's not Skeet?
I don't know. I saw a headline and then I was like, "Oh, is it not Skeet?"
Damn.
So I don't know.
I think that's a lie.
It probably. I didn't open the article because I didn't care enough.
Yeah.
Celebrity gossip.
Yeah.
Celebrity
This
gossip.
is a celebrity gossip show now, guys. Oh my god, this is what we care about here in LA. Oh, it's typical
That-
LA. Oh
that
my
is-
god, all
that
they care
is-
about.
That is all we care about. We're all like kind of
Yeah.
like casting directors and like celebrity gossip.
Yeah, it's like I mean, like I know a guy who's worked with Tom Cruise.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know,
Big
guys
fan
work
again.
with Edge.
Edge, the guitarist of U2, or Edge
Edge as the wrestler.
the wrestler. That's
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, Kovacs.
What? Oh,
Kovacs done not everything in Hollywood.
that's
pretty much.
true.
He's
I mean,
he scared Kobe
we have
Bryant.
people. We have friends that were doing weed business deals with Seth Rogen.
What?
Yeah, we have friends that have weed fucking deals with Seth Rogen. Yeah.
It makes sense. Yeah, it's LA.
Yeah. That's. I mean, that's not a brag or anything, but like.
Yeah. You
I-
name dropped, man.
I mean, I didn't meet Seth Rogen. He
No,
did.
You
So.
name dropped, bro.
Right.
You name dropped, bro.
Right. Ooh.
Real. It's
It's
real.
real. Oh, I wasn't even the right camera. It's fucking real.
It's fucking real.
It's for them, not me. Here we are.
Seth Rogen.
You're the biggest star that's been on this show. Which thank
That
you.
is a diss to yourself. Take it back. Take it back.
I mean, I was a praise to you, but
I'm no one. I'm nobody.
Because I have no phone.
oh, well, like we had Sebastian on the show, and we'll have him here on the show again. But he did another one of our friends' podcast, which is obviously another like small podcast. And so like when he came on, I was like, "This is our biggest star yet. He's been on 2 podcasts now. He's trending.
Yes. Oh my God. You guys, my second podcast.
Yeah. And weren't you like?
Third one coming soon.
Weren't you like?
We're doing it, guys. We're part of the thriving LA
too?
podcast scene.
No, not on someone. No, I wasn't dissed on someone's music podcast. I was dissed on someone's music video review.
Oh
YouTube,
yeah. So
guys.
yeah.
I made it.
So like 3, yeah.
Made it.
You got dissed on. I wish I knew about this, because then we could have talked about this.
YouTube video about the song. Talking trash about
Oh my God, you are living rent free in someone's house. Oh my
I'm
God.
living rent-free.
Oh my God. Oh my
So many
God.
places in Los Angeles. I'm rich, bitch.
Oh my God. Wow. Wow. You are.
He wins, you lose.
We have a goddamn star on the show.
I may be a like F-list celebrity, but I do happen to live rent-free in many minds in Los Angeles. I'm sure all over the world again, because infamous, great word to use for me. Infamous.
I felt like it was the proper word. I felt like it was the proper word.
It's the proper word. Definitely feel like the Kanye of the underground. Just say what I want when I want. Too real for these hoes.
That's what I'm hoping. Like in 5 years, like we'll have both blown up. So then, like you'll have been like constant friend of the show, and then like here I'm like we have constant friend, and like we're both just fucking like just celebrities, just fucking rocking it, just fucking internet stars, just like fuck you all,
fucking rocking it.
just like.
I don't know about 20 years.
Probably.
I'm trying to be realistic. I don't want to set my expectations too high.
Just have the goal. Don't
Yeah,
set
no.
a time. Just it's a goal. They're short-term goals.
Yeah,
Let's
I
work
mean,
on the short-term goals.
Because again, I mean, this
Short-term
is a
goals.
weekly show, so like,
There you go.
I know like that's 5 years of me still doing a weekly show every. So again, that's my commitment. Like I know, like I'm fucking. After like 2 months, after like the first month, I was like, I can't believe I did it. The weekly show. We're here, fucking doing it.
How are you trying to promote it?
I'm just doing like Instagram posts right now. I'm not doing enough. I need to like make a TikTok to kind of throw like the same posts that I'm having on like Instagram, because I like my clips that I'm throwing on Instagram, but I think I need to like throw them on TikTok to kind of circulate the traffic more.
Well,
I have to do the promoted ads for like.
yeah. Well, yeah, that's smart. Any business investment is smart. Any
Yeah.
money you're putting towards the promotion of the show is smart. It makes sense. Like that's what's gonna help you get more people watching and listening.
Yeah, I recently just realized how to actually add collaborators to post on Instagram. So it'll have like the double post, so like other people will see it on the story. So I can at least like add myself or like Jordan for when they do. I can add maybe you guys, hopefully. Which that's all cool, because that even has to like do with permissions from like the other account. And I have to cough.
Yeah, you can also undo it. I learned that today.
Oh,
You can
really?
Undo it.
Oh,
Because
nice.
someone undid it.
Oh.
Yeah, infamous baby was good.
Damn. The shade.
The shade of it
The
all.
new types of shades. that
Got all the
happen.
colors,
The social
baby.
media
It's a
shades,
hard life.
the unsending of messages,
Yeah,
the
the
untagging,
screenshotting,
yeah, the screenshotting,
The receipts.
the receipts.
the receipts and the dirt sheets.
Yeah, that's that's the that's the world we're in right now. That's the
I'm gonna cut to Jordan real quick because just random, well, we're still in the realm of celebrity gossip. Did you hear, like, people are, someone criticized Tony Khan for, like, not surprised he's, like, talking about bots being anti AEW. He's paying off the dirt sheets. Like, people, it was Strowman. It was Braun Strowman. He was totally like, yeah, Tony Khan would be making up some bullshit that bots are out to get AEW.
what
Yeah, because like
bots.
Tony Khan's putting like money into a full investigation to like see if like WWE is paying for bots to put out anti AEW posts on the internet.
What? That's ridiculous because I don't even see that. On the
All I see is praise for AEW on the
like,
internet.
yeah, what the hell?
It's like he is wasting money. Like,
yeah, like that is not happening.
like every like channel or like commentator I follow that talks about wrestling is like, well, AEW is better. The WWE needs to be more like AEW.
That shit spams my like scrolling feed like on Instagram, and then I just like see it and I look at the comments and all I see is just like, yeah, AEW this, AEW that. This is why AEW is better, blah blah blah. So it's just I don't know who's talking about. He's tripping. There's a lot of hate for WWE, but whatever. That's just
yeah.
like,
I mean, they're the big ones. It's when you're on top, haters gonna hate.
No one.
Am I right? Am I right?
No one's satisfied. The
Right.
people are fickle.
I was even like, this is how good WWE is. I was doubting like Bianca Belair having an interesting title run. And then I'm like, okay, well now she's gonna fuck up Sonya Deville. This I can get behind.
Yeah.
This I want to see happen.
We all hate
They
that
fucking
bitch.
did it. They drew me in. I was like, man, what's like baby faces aren't interesting unless they're beating up this bitch.
Yeah, unless they're going against the bitch that everyone hates.
Right.
CB, the music world, it's like pro wrestling.
Yeah.
No,
totally.
yeah.
There are many similarities, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll get back to music. We talked about music that you kind of feel for for crowds that needs to be played. But what are you listening to these days? What's the music that inspired you? What was like kind of like your musical inspiration moment of like, this is like the world I want to be a part of. This is what inspires me. Because I know for painters, they'll see a movie. For people that become filmmakers, they'll watch a movie and have like I'm sure. What was that kind of moment for you? Was it like a concert, a kind of like party? It could have been like a party and you just heard a good song. Was it just a certain song on the radio? Well, you're not really a radio type of person.
I'm not really a radio person, but I mean, I do listen to the hits. I definitely been pretty inspired by like the people on the top right now, Bad Bunny and Doja Cat, the fucking animal name people. But they really are like, they're great artists, and just listening to them and watching the way they move is something to learn from. And Lil Nas X included in that. And as far as like anyone else that like is actually actively like I just heard and I was like, wow, I need to fucking get on top of my shit again, was Kim Petras' last EP. I don't know if you know who Kim Petras is. She's pretty big in the LGBTQ plus community, and she's a fucking pop star in her own right. But her last EP, like, so fucking good, and I want to definitely make music that invokes that feeling. Perhaps not music exactly like that, but that, I don't know. It's very sexually charged music. I guess is like the only way I could describe it. But it's good. It's great. It's really good. It's like electronic kind of. It's called, what is it called? Sex pop? I think it's what it's called.
Sex pop?
I think it's what it's called.
That sounds.
Slut pop.
Slut pop?
Yeah, that's better. That makes more sense, right? Yeah, slut pop. And I think that's what makes good art. It's like commentary on art itself. And so that's what she did. She not only is making like extremely sexually charged music, she's making a comment on music right now.
No, and I agree with that statement because even I think like some of the best movies are about like movie making. So, or yeah, some of the best painting are just art for the sake of art, like Jackson Pollock. Just so really interesting.
Yeah, like Panic at the Disco's first album is pretty much the same thing. Commentary on fame. I don't know
Yeah,
if people
no,
catch that.
100. Yeah,
But yeah.
yeah, but like,
And it's great.
yeah,
It's their best album.
yeah, fuck all their other
Nothing
stuff.
else
Yeah.
works for
No,
them. That's the only one. Everyone loves I Write Sins Not Tragedies.
likes
No one.
Well, me and Monica are big fans of Pretty Odd, but that's because we liked the musical direction
It's
of
not
it.
as good.
It's not. I'll
as
100%.
good. It's not. It's just they wanted to be the Beatles, and that
No,
reads,
and then
and
that.
I'm good.
Well, and then
The
that
Beatles
didn't.
existed.
Yeah, and then that didn't like work for them, and then they broke up, and then they're
still
it's not.
Brendan and the other guy. They're still doing
I
stuff.
like the main writer left. Like
Yeah, no, I mean, and that's
and
so
that's music.
Brendan went to like pop fame. He like lost his like alternative writer guy that made them what they were, which was a more niche thing back then. They were still pop, but they were like in their own
One, it
lane.
still took him 10 years to get number one on pop.
Yeah, but I mean, because they went to do Pretty Odd. They went to do that, and then guess what? You know what? Ryan, the writer or whatever, he went to continue to make that kind of music. And where is he? Has anyone else? Do we know where he is right now? No, you don't, because it's fucking shitty. Stop trying to be the Beatles. They fucking existed.
Well, and I think that's another struggle with artists is because does an artist need to be on top? Now, obviously,
No.
right?
No.
Like
No. But you do need to make original art, at least in order for me to think it's good artwork.
no, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
And I mean, I'm not even saying Pretty Odd is like horrible, and I definitely listened
No,
to it.
and
I like
you
songs
said it.
off
You
of
you
it.
gave a fair critique as they were trying to be the Beatles. You didn't say anything.
What does it sound
You didn't say
like?
anything particularly negative. I won't even deny that. That's 100% the sound that they were going for.
And it's like even the lyrics. It's like, come on, it's like you're trying to not make sense. And I hate if there's anything I hate.
Bob
It's like a
Dylan
try hard thing. Yeah, and like even Bob Dylan. That's the beauty of Bob Dylan is he's not trying and he's just like that, and that's what makes Bob Dylan Bob Dylan.
And that was where Pretty Odd was a little off-putting. It was them trying to be like that.
Yeah,
yes,
trying to be-
exactly.
trying to
Instead of
be
just being
weird.
who they were, which was working great. Everyone loves that album. It's still amazing.
But either way, I think that sound that was popping in the 2005 still ultimately died because of like what happened to Fall Out Boy, like how much their sound
No,
transformed.
I'm not saying you can still do that sound now.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that it holds up. Like the
No.
album itself holds up. Like
Yeah,
it's
they
not-
still play I Write Sins Not Strategy on the radio.
Yeah, no, exactly. So they still play that, and I will say it's a great example of rock and electronic music mashed together, and it has like it's like really
The album
complex, and it has
the album
movements.
itself going into the whole like how we approached a point where music was coming back to synths mixing with other music. You're absolutely right. It was a big great electronic punk album.
Yeah, it's like a perfect mixture of the two, and a great example of all of their musical abilities, all of their best qualities. Every single person in the band, like Brendan's voice, Ryan's writing, everyone's element in the band is shining. And then they had to go and make Pretty Odd and fuck everything up, and my dreams were crushed. And never again will I love a band like I loved Panic at the Disco.
The host of this show defends Pretty Odd. I think that was a good album. It was a milestone album. Have it on vinyl.
Oh, wow.
Well, technically, Uniq has it on vinyl, but she has no idea where it is. It's in a box in a storage somewhere.
And that's where it deserves to be.
Dang.
Which I 100% share your sentiment on the direction of the band just completely, imploding, because to me that's what happened with another Fueled by Ramen band.
People like High Hopes now.
Yeah, it's catchy, but like it's whatever.
No,
High
it's
Hope.
the normies.
Yeah,
normies
the
love High
big the Brendan Urie song that got to number one.
Oh, you need Panic at the Disco.
Yeah. I call it Brendan Urie.
Because Spencer's still there.
Is
the
he?
other
I thought he
guy.
left.
Did he leave?
I
I
thought.
mean, at least He has to be there for that song.
I know, like, if they're in any like live footage of
Why
like,
isn't he just Brendan Urie now then?
I-
Why is he still playing?
because that's what made him big.
Oh,
So
People are not gonna
well,
listen
and
to
like now
Brendan
every
Urie.
now when people go to the concerts, they all expect to hear "I Write Sins Not Tragedy," and
Oh,
like if
God.
you ever see live footage of him like
no,
performing
I
it,
love that.
he does
No,
not
I
perform.
love the
He
live footage of him singing that song.
he does
yes.
not perform
He
it.
hates it.
He hates it. He just like
loathes it.
he just
He
lets the audience
absolutely-
perform the song.
Yeah, and then he like says all kind of
I
stupid
like
shit
new
too.
perspective.
She likes pretty odd.
It's a good new perspective. It's pretty cool.
You know,
You like
know,
pretty. I like pretty hot too.
No, like the song, but yeah.
It's on pretty odd.
Oh,
Is new? I don't think so.
No, he's not. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
No.
New perspective is like one of the.
He's confused.
It's after. It's post pretty odd for sure.
well, either I can share the sentiment of one of these Fueled by Robin fans, just like bands just completely imploding in terms of sound, because I was a big fan of The Academy Is, and I thought the first album was okay. I was like Annika was more into it than I was. And their second album was like, this is good, this is fucking rock and roll, and then their third album was like so poppy. And they brought in like new producers. It wasn't them that wrote the album, and it was just like, okay, this was a huge letdown. Oh god, this is it was a big. I'm out. I gotta not love bands anymore. I just have to like love music.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was a big thing with like, especially you have to, that's a coming of age thing, is learning to
Yeah.
not love artists and to just appreciate the art.
Yeah, and just blindly follow them, and just really think that these people are families. These people love each other up there. They don't have conflict. These guys are like best friends. Nothing could ever go wrong, and then next thing you know, you hear about them falling out, and then
Right.
your world shatters.
I trip out when I realize some shit is like, that shit like that lasted longer than the Beatles, man. Like TV shows last longer than the Beatles
Yeah.
did.
I've got more hits than the Beatles.
Yeah, Drake.
Drink.
Which longevity of again, whoever thought that Drake, the guy from Degrassi, was gonna have such longevity.
Ooh, and music.
Bobby.
Jumping Bobby.
Oh, Bobby.
Is he gonna be Bobby?
I'm here for him.
Oh, okay, yeah, I don't know. I want to get this Arrowhead story of you guys getting Karen again.
All right, well, we were at Lake Arrowhead, and we all thought it was a perfect time to take acid.
It
Without-
certainly was.
Yeah, without even really like
We
telling
didn't tell anyone we were with yet.
Yeah,
We
they
took
were
it
wor-
first and told them later.
Yeah, like when it's like, all right, we gotta drive back to the cabin. But none of us are good to drive right now. We have gone through too much already. And like we're chilling at this private little beach area by the lake, and these two are wilding out in the water.
Okay, I remember the Poseidon.
Like paddleboarding, and then she finally was able to stand on it and just started yelling at these kids, yelling, "I am Poseidon!" And I'm just chilling on this inner tube on the shore, just like in this donut. I'm like stuck on stupid because I can't move. I'm just tripping. And then I guess they get too close to this boat that is owned by these white people, and then the white they just told them some shit.
And we
And
were
then-
trying to take the little paddle boards out to the lake, to the big
Yeah.
part of the lake, to go
Yeah.
paddle out and stuff. And then this white lady was like, "Hey, you need this kind of certification to be able to do that." And turns out we did have it on these little whatever we were using. It had the certification on it, but this lady just wanted to create problems because we're people of color at this place where only white people are generally. I don't know. She was just freaking out. She was like, "Yeah, what are you guys doing here?" Da, 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 da. And so we go back to the shore with all the stuff, and the Coast Guards or whatever.
The
Lake Arrowhead.
certification- We have the certification, so their plan to Karen us didn't work.
Yeah, they tried to Karen us.
And then okay, we have our fun, so we continue having fun. Then we leave and we run to this guy, and then the only person that is gonna ask him, "Hey, sir, that's a nice boat out there." He's like, "That boat? that's a cop's boat. Do I look like a cop? And everyone
just
did
looked at him.
looked at him like, yeah,
Just
no,
sizing him
no.
up.
Yes, but no,
Yeah, he did.
obviously you're not, since he would be offended if we said yes. But oh man, just like the glasses and what you're wearing, yeah, you could have
He
been
had
off.
aviators.
Yeah, you could have been an off-duty cop. I don't know. You gotta work for the maybe even a firefighter or something. You know, they.
That's crazy. Do undercover cops wear aviators?
I feel
I
like
mean, we weren't saying he was undercover.
actually, I think on-duty cops wear aviators.
Yes.
Off-duty wear Oakleys.
Yes, true.
Fuck, I have Oakleys
Fact.
too.
Oh, wow. We're becoming
Well,
cops.
we're figuring out your problem. Your new job is a cop.
Well, I would really love to just beat up poor people. That's honestly would be that would be a great passion of mine, really.
I mean, remember when I told you we could be motorcycle buddies and be cops?
I didn't say I.
Okay,
was
hold on. You two as like motorcycle cops would just be,
Oh my
I like
God.
hold the fuck up. You, like we'll start. Give me 13 seasons.
I smell
Give
a
me
sitcom.
give me. I want hot chips with you two. I want hot chips with
Okay, I'll do that.
Hollywood,
I'll
Hollywood.
to remake
Hot
it.
chips.
The power to pull over every white person we see.
Look at this.
Just fucking because.
And just fucking with him.
Yeah.
Just fucking with him.
I'm into this.
It's a skit.
I'm
Hot
in-
chips.
But we're gonna dedicate like fucking. We're gonna make a skit out of this. We're gonna
Yeah.
do a whole
hot chips.
hot chips,
If we were cops.
flaming hot chips.
Yeah,
Hot chips.
We're doing this hot chips.
flaming hot chips.
It's gonna like we'll,
And we're gonna have actual hot chips.
no.
Rockies.
We're gonna be chilling on our bikes.
It'll definitely be
Eating
like
hot
chips
chips.
mixed with Reno 911.
Yeah, this is legit. Like we're planning, like we're when the show evolves. As the show evolves, we're gonna do skits. Like we're gonna do hot chips.
Kombucha
Hot chips.
and Stockies.
Like if hot chips get stolen, you're getting fucking sued, asshole. We came up with hot chips here.
Hot chips.
Hot chips.
Hot chips.
Hot chips. Ooh, so spicy.
And then we're just gonna sell shirts that say hot chips.
But then we're gonna be, on it, covering ourselves with chips.
I dig that.
Doritos on our nipples.
Right.
Yeah,
Los
cool.
Doritos
Hot
nipples.
Los Doritos nipples, yeah. Sí, sí.
Sí, sí, bueno.
If freaking
That sounds like that's a,
Nasha only speaks Spanish.
Sí, bueno.
Claro que sí.
Oh. I. You're gonna cut all this out, huh?
nah. This is all staying in. I have to cover up all this. I have to cover up all the stuff we were cutting out earlier. This is we're going for a minute
gold.
now.
This
We're gonna
gold.
cut it out.
This is
Wanna
gold.
call
We're
this
going.
No, but hot chips is a go.
Hot chips is a go.
Hot chips is a go.
Do like a Charlie's Angels pose right now. All right, that's going on the clips for you Instagram.
Hot chips.
Hot chips.
Hot chips.
I don't want to tell them to stop.
Chip. Hot
And then
chip.
blue.
Is it blue?
It's blue.
It's blue. It's people are. This is we might set off the internet because it photographs as purple.
Yeah, I see it as like.
So I'm gonna even say it's actually like violet.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, Charlie in the Chocolate Factory when she becomes a blueberry.
Yeah, Violet. You're becoming
Oh,
Violet.
it's-
Violet.
It is violet.
Whoa,
yeah.
she just called you a blueberry. Whoa, that's
Yeah, it's
Hey,
violet.
blueberries
Good.
got plenty of antioxidants.
Yeah, it's a blue. It's a
They're
blue
good for you.
kernel, so I guess violet.
Whatever.
What
Hot
co-
chips and violet.
What color is the dress?
Violet hot chips.
Violet. Oh, you unmasked me?
No, no.
She's taking it off.
No. No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. Not yet.
See, and everyone's gonna be like, "Why wasn't the whole episode like this?"
Because it's all an act. They're
It's all
good.
for
I'm
fun.
sorry, I had good, hard-hitting questions about the music industry, audience.
They're very informative.
Yeah.
I have no answers because I'm not actually in the music industry.
No, we always like to pretend we're part of the industry because like Annika took classes in music industry.
So
so-
close, almost famous.
That's why
She's
everyone
famous. Speaking into existence.
everyone in LA is almost famous.
Yeah. No, for real. Like even like because speaking of the whole almost famous thing, I'll go into a small tangent. We did in high school, my senior year, we did the play for the writer Jonathan Dorff. This isn't like even docs. This is technically like published shit. So we were technically the original premiere cast for his play Harry's Hotter at Twilight, which was like this
Oh,
really big
yeah.
spoof production.
Hmm.
And I just think the spoof did not work. I didn't. One, I'll shit on it now. I didn't think it go. And I'm not going to shit on the director or the writer. I'm going to shit on the student body and the students that worked on it because they did not know the references. They did not understand the references that were in the show. And the whole show was references. Every line was a reference.
Oh man.
So like, and these were not like pop cultured kids, and this was a pop culture parody play. That being said, since we were part of the original like premiere cast of the production, my name is on like the original cast. So like if another cast was ever like doing this like production, like it says on the original script on the script, original cast, my name's there.
Damn. I think I saw that play too. I think.
I mean, you probably did. Like all of us were in it. So like me and Sean were in it. So
Yeah, like I did go see those shows like after I graduated.
the play was a train wreck. Like we had one day where there was technical difficulties, and then one of the lead actors like stopped and said, "Sorry, we're having technical difficulties." And that's like your eyes just widen. It's like never do that as an actor. Make shit up, pretend, improv, do something.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
Just like
Don't fucking say
You're-
anything. Don't break the fucking wall.
You're in a show. Like what?
You're
Like,
not you anymore.
technical difficulties, aren't you?
Goddamn high schoolers.
Aren't you?
yeah,
Aren't you
yeah. It was
you a
a
fairy?
it was a really big like
Aren't you in the woods?
fuck.
Technical difficulties.
What
You're
the
in the
fuck?
woods.
It's like
The
what?
fuck are you
There's
talking
nothing.
about?
There's nothing magical about technical difficulties.
Oh my god. Man, that's
Yeah.
damn.
So yeah, everyone in LA is almost famous. Which even in like I'm sure you saw the clip where I was like talking about how I like could have been Moon Knight in an alternate reality.
Were you talking about what?
Could have been Moon Knight in an alternate reality.
What?
Moon Knight.
Moon Knight.
What?
Moon Knight.
Who is that?
It's a Marvel.
It's a superhero.
Marvel superhero. It's a new movie coming out.
Oh, I don't know anything about that.
No, it's
Next
cool.
question.
No, yeah, no.
He could have been
what?
he's trying to say he could have been Oscar Isaac.
I could have been Oscar Isaac. I could have had
I
it.
know who the fuck that is.
You know Oscar Isaac, right?
Yeah,
Card counter.
I'm gonna look him up.
Oh,
The-
yeah. I know him.
Oscar Isaac.
No, let's not do a whole nother bit about Oscar Isaac on the show.
Yeah. Oh my
Oh,
god.
you guys already talked about
Yeah.
this?
Yeah, we
about it.
talked about him with
Yeah.
with Sebastian.
he's
Because
in,
we just
the
wanted to
new
talk about a
Star
bunch of
Wars
movies.
movie.
So
You're not old enough yet.
He's,
Yeah. yeah,
You're
no.
not old enough.
Yeah, Oscar Isaac is rent free on now rent free on the
he's a new
show.
he's a new poppin' actor.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see.
Is he?
Yeah, I can see people like being like, "Oh my god," like on his dick.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
see that.
And the
Well,
Telemark.
no, because my whole thing was I could have had his role in Star Wars.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
I see him.
and then I could have had
Yes.
like a bump in career.
Or
And,
whatever.
yeah,
You could have had a sexy.
yeah, and that was the whole basis.
Coulda had
It's not like I
sexy
could have
name.
had like every role he's ever had, but like I could have had the role he had in Star Wars.
Card counter. I could have had that role.
No. I don't even like I don't even like hate to see him thrive because he's Guatemalan, so he's like a Latino actor.
yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
He needs to do his thing.
Yeah, no, I'm happy, and again, solid actor. So
Yeah.
It wasn't dumb.
Oh, he was
so
in a
Oscar
really
Isaac, I
popular
mean, you have an
movie.
open invitation at this point. You have an open invitation onto this show
Yeah.
because like you're rent free in this
he's,
like
he's a friend of the show.
yeah, you're a friend of the show. You're officially a friend of the show.
He getting money.
Yeah,
He getting real money with that Star Wars shit.
Calm
yeah.
down, Oscar Isaac.
No,
We don't
No, we're not
wanna-
calling you out. He's a friend of the show.
no, he's a friend of the show. Oscar Isaac is a friend of the show.
Don't
So
come
is
here
Jeff
ever.
Goldblum, because that's your father.
Oh God.
Okay, so that's been
true.
Jeff
Jeff Goldblum
Goldblum
is
and
my
Oscar
father.
Isaac. You have standing invitations to come onto this show and just
Hi,
have a
Dad.
good time because that's what we like to do here on the show. We just like to have a
Come
good
on
time
down.
with everyone.
Pops.
do more of your good time dance that you were. I was. It was the camera that was on me. So
Come on down.
Come on down, Pops.
Come on, Jeff. We miss you.
We miss you, Dad.
You never call us anymore. We used to talk on the phone all the time.
What happened? You didn't call me on my birthday again this year.
Again.
God damn it, Dad.
What the hell?
what the
Why?
fuck?
Hopefully we
Why
see
you
you.
like
What
this?
the fuck?
Maybe it's Maybelline.
It's okay. I love you, Dad. It's all right. It's all good. I know you're busy. It's all good.
That's oh wow, to have to work through those problems. You're so strong, so brave.
We're living in humble times. Humble.
So it's okay. Dad just wants to teach us a lesson. It's okay. It's all right. Thanks, Dad. Love you. Thanks.
Tell her below your knee. Memes.
Does Jeff Goldblum even have kids? Of course, other than you, but
Well,
other
clearly
kids?
he has kids.
Or-
It's okay. It's okay. I know my dad's busy. It's all good. It's all good. He's not with my mom anymore. It's all
He
good.
is
It's all
busy.
good.
So, what is it like for your father to have dramatically transformed into a fly?
Dude, that shit, every time I watch that shit, I fucking lose my fucking little mind. That shit is awful. That movie is amazing. That fucking, oh my God.
The torture.
What a transition. What a transition.
So why did it have to be him?
Yeah, I also, why did it have to be him? And also, oh my God, the whole bar scene, everything. That movie's so good. I love that movie. Oh, I'm surprised. I was surprised.
Well, at least I'm glad you're proud of your old man.
Yeah, I know. Everything he does is amazing. He's hilarious, right? Everyone thinks he's funny.
Yeah,
You're
he's really
hilarious,
funny right
Dad.
now.
Hilarious.
He's living it up right now.
He is. He's got the memes. He's got everyone loves him. He's
Yeah,
beloved.
he's got
Like America's Sweetheart,
America's Sweetheart.
right? I think there's a few people
My
that have
pops.
Who has America's Sweetheart status? That's obviously
Used to Reese Witherspoon.
used to Reese Witherspoon.
Used to.
You don't think she has America's Sweetheart status anymore?
She said, "Do you know who I am?" to cops. She's reject. Wah.
Forget.
Him down.
She's been rejected from the America's Sweetheart Society
Oh.
for
yeah.
saying, "Do you know who I am?" Because
Oh.
America's Sweetheart wouldn't say that.
So okay, that's fair.
America's Sweetheart would not say, "Do you
No,
know who I am?"
you're absolutely
She'd
right.
be too humble. He
yeah.
or she would be too humble to do such a thing.
They would be too humble.
They would be too humble to do such a thing.
Go ahead and laugh at me, right? I'll go ahead and dance around the language. What are you gonna do? You're gonna do the same thing in 3 years. You have no spine. Neither side does. You're all bitches.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it. It's the future. It's fucking future. It's 2022.
And then like look that person in the eye, and then just like be like, "Fuck you, him." Have balls. They'll respect you more if you just have the balls.
Balls on anyone is necessary.
Yeah, especially in today's day and age when everyone.
BDE.
Yeah.
man. Got it.
I think. I
right
think
here.
the running. If it wasn't very obvious, but the running theme of this episode is BDE. It is big dick energy.
That should be the. I hope it's the title.
I will title this
Yay.
episode. I can title these things whatever the fuck I want.
BDE.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll call the
Righteous.
episode Big Dick Energy or BDE Music and You,
There we go.
or Big Dick Energy Music and You.
There we
I'll
go.
even do the asterisk with the I so that it's not like vulgar to viewers.
And you. And how.
Right. Like my episode that has "and you" in the title has the most like views, so it's like apparently that's what's gonna be my thing. And you.
Yeah,
Well,
that's relatable.
You are very important.
All right. Big Dick
We
Energy.
love you.
Big Dick Energy, the LA music scene, and you.
We hear you. We're listening.
So I was gonna wait till Nasha came back to sign off of the show, but yeah. But I have to kind of urinate a bit. So
That means we're done.
well, no, I could always stand by the show. I can stand by.
Oh yeah. What's the time?
Well, we're like on an hour and 22, so it would like I don't do like longer than hour episodes.
okay.
So right up.
Mm.
No, they're usually about an hour. No, but it's a that was so we're gonna sign off. This was a good show. We'll do another one like this. I don't know if it will be from here. If we'll have you guys actually come down to the apartment/studio. either way, I'm fun for all of it.
Yeah,
Next
yeah,
time
yeah.
we'll do the music set because we wanted to do a music set this episode, but we'll prepare better next time.
Mhm.
We know how this is going down. I know a better way to approach my guests because I never do. It's always a mixed match of how I'm. Because even like Sean has like been like, oh well, you shouldn't ask your, you shouldn't prep them with your questions at all. But clearly, I learned today, no. So
At least for maybe not everyone,
yeah,
but
you see what topics are a little taboo,
yeah.
like all the dirty stuff you shouldn't talk about with your children and stuff till they're at the proper age. And
There are some things that are for the home only, and they stay in the home. It's for the home.
oh yeah.
I'm a proud Latina. That is what we're taught, and I know you know what I'm fucking talking about.
And that's for you out there. Have
I
a
know you know what I'm fucking talking about, okay?
have a good night, everyone, from the show and all of our guests here. Thank you, DJ Baby Unique, for coming on join us. Thank you, Nasha, for being just beautiful on our show, and thank you, Jordan, for and all three of you for graciously hosting this episode.
Of course.
Y'all come back now. You're here.
Thank you all. Good night.